Good afternoon, StreamYard and YouTube fans. I figured I'd come on early because Rob is doing his 25 lap race around 5:30 or 6. So I figured I'd come on before him and do my uh, fifth heat of my Carnage battle, demo derby Carnage battle. Mine's Philip Reynolds. That's my Gmail number. If you have questions or ideas or whatever, please subscribe. Turn on your notifications. I'm currently at 88 subscribers. Um, yeah, I wasn't able to uh, get the 100 that I'd liked last week, but still plugging along, still chugging. My video content is for adults only. This is not meant to be kid friendly or family friendly. This is Pavilion 96, Heat 5. Um, and with that being said, I'm going to go over the results so far as we have them. Our top 8 drivers currently are Fast Eddie with 12 points, MP Fox with 10. You have Harris Jessup, Bobby Cannavale, and David Demos all have 9. Um, Iron Horse, Keith, and G Puck have 7 points. G Puck, you're on a fence here, bud. You gotta hope that these people in this race get less than 6 points. As far as team goes, Team 7 has 13 points, and then we have 2 teams tied for second with 9 and 3, having both 11 points. Teams 9 and Team 3 both have 11 points here. And I'm hoping it doesn't come to this, but we may have to have let's see here. Let me check Team 3 here. Demos had 9. Okay, Team 7, Team 9, and Team 3. Well, unfortunately, that would not help me out any. Ah, there's the sheets I need to take a look at real quick. Second. Harris, Joseph, 9 points. Oh, so yeah, if somebody doesn't beat that 11 points for second place, we may have to have a race off for the second place winner. But we'll come to that when we get to it. So we might have to wind up having a possible Heat 6, but that's only if our our second place winner has, unless we have like a couple tied at 11 points, but we'll come to that when we get to it. Let me flip the mic here. We'll get started. Let's see. Keith Avalon has 8 external damage to his car for his bonus. So basically, he's already used his at the start of the race. Alan Shaw has the ability to get an unusual result at the end of his turn. So he'll incorporate that first here. Let's see. And we get 3-2. And that will be an X. And that will go to Bob B. Bob B will get an X. And he will also roll for the unusual result here. And that is a 4-2. Engine overheating. Engine light goes on. So Alan Shaw knocks him. Not only does he knock Bob, get a damage to Bob B, but he knocks himself out in the process. So the unusual result for Alan Shaw gets him knocked out by self. Okay. So what does Bob B? That will be a 3-6. And that will be a car result here. And he has 1, so he will give 1 damage, and that will go to Keith Avalon. All right. Keith Avalon's turn. Two. And that is an X with 2 exclamations. And that will go to Bobby. So Bobby will lose 2 traits. And that is, he will lose the 6th trait, which is the power grab trait. He will lose 2, so Bob B is 1 trait away from being knocked out of the race. And so that takes us to P-Jet. 5-4. Turner. Four. And that will be an X and an O, so he gets 1 damage to self. And 1 damage will go to Keith Avalon. And he gets a trait taken away, and so does Keith. So we'll go with Keith first here. He will lose the 4 trait or the steer clear. And P-Jet will lose the hinge binge trait. So after the first half of the turn, we've got all the cars have some sort of trait damage to them that are left in column 1. So we will go to column 2. And we have a former champion in this race, but it does not change the fact that he's a C driver. But he will be the first car to ever to have to win 2 derbies here. We get a 5, 6, and that will be a car result. And that says go to unusual results, which usually is not good if you're a driver. That's 23. Brake failure, loses moves 4, 5, and 6. All right. So Paul will lose traits 4, 5, and 6. So he has 3 more that he needs to get rid of there for him to be gone. And that takes us to Michael P. as the next driver. 4, 5. That will be a skid result. And that is a 1. That will be an X, and that will go to Paul Gobier. Right. Takes us to double D. 5, 1 for double D. He's Stone. And that would be an X and 2 exclamations, the one with the most. So that will be Paul Gobier. And he will lose 2 more traits. If he gets 2 4s, 2 5s, or 2 6s, Paul will be out of the race. And he gets a 6 and a 2. So he's inching closer there. And well, that takes us to double D. 5, 3. That will be an X and an O. And so double D gives himself 1. If and this will go to Paul Gobier. If he gets 1 on it, he rolls a 6 here, Gobier will be out. He rolls a 5. And I forgot that he's out anyway because you get 6. That's his 6th one right there. So Paul Gobier is out. And that is by Double D. Okay. And that will take us to BR Wells. One, 6. And that will be a car result. That is 1, so he will give it X. It will not go to Michael. It will go to Double D. Marshall. So after our first turn, you go to turn or second minute basically. We have 2 cars out. Uh, we have Michael P. rolling first. 1 is Marshall, and that will be an X and an exclamation. So he will lose a trait, and it will not go to Peach yet. That will go to the X will go to Double D, and Marshall or Michael P will lose a trait, and that will be the 4 trait, which is his rim rubber. And that will take us to P-Jet. And that's 4-4. And that will be, says 0 to the P-Jet hurts himself basically. Only damage he's gotten is by himself so far. Takes us to Double D. 2-5 for Double D. And that will be a skid result. And that will be an unusual result. Right, unusual result for Double D. That's a 53. Black flag. Event stopped for inspection. Driver DQ'd for technical violation. So Double D is DQ'd. And that was Double D. Right. Stone. Stone. Yeah. So we go to our second column. Check out Bobby here. 4-3 for Bobby. He's Uber. And that will be an X and 2 zeros to the car with the most. So Avalon will get an X. And Bobby will get 2 zeros. So he got 4. And that will take us to BR Wells. And that will be no damage for BR Wells. And Keith Avalon. Oh, I'll have to go, guys. Hey.